Let's talk about it. You're listening to Let's Talk About It, a digital forum that holistically addresses the issues that arise in everyday life and the current affairs that are prevalent throughout our nation and that affect our culture. Let's join host Ty Priest Hannah now for today's discussion. Let's talk about it.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Ty Priest Hannah, but of course, everybody, and I do mean everybody, calls me Ty. Thank you for allowing me to hang out with you for a few minutes. So fam, what have you guys been up to? How's your week going so far? Mine is going quite well. Not doing anything out of the ordinary, still the same routine, just work and church. Believe it or not, being bivocational actually keeps me on my toes, and I'm sort of grateful for it because it actually keeps me out of trouble. Today on Let's Talk About It, I'm coming to you with another empowering moment to motivate you to embrace your future. I don't know if you know it or not, but your future is looking pretty bright. I may not know you personally or may be aware of the circumstances that's going on in your life, but one thing I do know, of which I can reassure you, great things are definitely in your future. That sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? Sounds very promising, doesn't it? Sure it does. And as exciting as that sounds, your future can be prolonged and remain distant unless you do one thing. You want to know what that one thing is? Come a little closer and I'll tell you. You have to be willing to let go. Stop holding on to past experiences, past offenses, childhood traumas, past relationships, etc., and embrace a greater reality for yourself. You know, there's a story in the Bible about God using a man by the name of Moses to deliver some people out of bondage, out of slavery. And although they were excited about not having to be slaves anymore, they still held on to their slavery years because every time they ran into an obstacle as they were progressing, they would always tell Moses, "We should have stayed in Egypt. We would have been better off in Egypt. You brought us all the way out here in the middle of nowhere to die? Oh man, you could have kept us in Egypt." And even though Egypt was bad for them, they were willing to forfeit something better, all because they were still holding on to what had been holding on to them for 400 years or so. It took one night, literally one night, to get the Israeli slaves out of Egypt, but it took an additional 40 years to get Egypt out of the Israelites. Why? Simply because they refused to let go. You will not be able to embrace your future and appreciate it while you're still holding on to your past. So you must be willing to let go. Stop holding on to it, whatever it is, and embrace what is truly purposed for your life. Many of you listening to me right now, your life is at a halt, not because of this pandemic primarily, but because you refuse to let go of what or who has been holding on to you or hindering you. And I know you're holding on because of fear of the unknown, but I'm here to tell you that holding on to it or her or him or them is holding you back from receiving something better. Some of you keep saying that you're waiting on your time or your season, but what if all of that is actually waiting on you? Something to think about. Let it go. If I were a prophet, the word for you would be, let it go. I hope you hear me. Let it go. There's something greater waiting on you. Now, I'm not gullible or naive by a long shot in this regard. I know letting go can be hard to do. It's easier. I mean, a lot easier said than done. You think by letting go, it means that you've lost all hope. Or if it is an offense, you think that that would make you look weak or pathetic. Or that whatever you are expecting, it will never happen for you. So you are afraid of letting go because you don't know if the opportunity is going to come around again or even how long it's going to take for it to come around again. But not knowing is the beauty of walking by faith. Let it go. Sure, it's not easy, but it being difficult doesn't mean that it's not doable. Let it go. The late R&B singer Teddy Pendergrass wrote a song in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, I'm not sure if he wrote it, but I am certain that he sung it. It was a song about a relationship and the struggles of that relationship, and the chorus of that song said, "I think I better let it go. Looks like another love TKO." And I'm here to tell you the same words from Teddy's song. I think it's time for you to let go and embrace something better. Embrace something greater. Well, family, that's my time. I hope you've enjoyed our little discussion today. You already know I have. And listen, if you like what you hear or have a particular topic that you would like for us to discuss, you already know what to do. Just simply send me an email at ltaipodcast29501@gmail.com, or you can simply shoot me a text message at area code 843-799-7619. And of course, you already know I want to hear from you. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It. I am Ty Hanner. I'm out. Peace.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You've been listening to Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about